So, since the audio I didn't realize wasn't recording for my IL match, I am instead going to give commentary, which, of course, Kitty told me that I should go and do. So, anyway, our first race was Mushroom Gorge here, and yeah, there you go, I'm dying. Thanks, just said. Lay off the tacos, please. No start boost. GG's, good start to IL. Now that I actually really listened, the audio did come through just really, really softly. Whatever, can't hear anything anyway, so I'll just do commentary. So I can't even get shock, because I'm that good. Figure I might as well use the bullet, maybe I'll get lucky and pull shock if it drops me off before the boxes. Thanks, bullet, for dropping me off after the boxes. Katie better get that shock. I managed to pull yet another bullet. I'm so pro. I'm so good at pulling those bullets in Visa for conditionals. Katie still can't get shock. And then he dies. Good job, Katie. Katie for conditionals. Too pro. So at this point, we're really, really hoping that Katie could pull the shock, because if they've got the shock, we're going to be in trouble. And I'm in 7th now with Bullet, which is the most ideal place to use it. And I figure, why not? And then there comes the shock from Katie. We weren't really sure what to do with it, but it helped us. And that bullet takes me all the way to the end of the jump. And with Sean in 2nd, we end up getting top 2. Unless he doesn't get 2nd, I don't remember if he does. Katie ended up pulling a bullet after that shock and bringing himself up to 9th, and Sean did get 2nd. So we ended up winning that race 35 to 26. Or, no, 36-25. I'm sorry, 36-25. So we started the war off by plus 11. And at that point, Torn ends up DCing. So we end up going 4v5. We didn't even know it was Torn that DC'd. We thought it was one of them and that they chose to keep going. So we didn't say anything and didn't really know. But at that point, by the time we figure it out, we're just like, well, whatever. And so for most of the first lap, we end up trying to figure out who it was that DC'd. And we thought it was Sean, since he wasn't on the call. And I had already seen Trav, and we knew Katie was there. And it was right about now that we figured out that he wasn't there. Oh, okay, that lag. I throw the banana away, so that's why I make sure I don't banana Trav, and so... because I figured I wasn't going to get Glaska anyway. That's spam. Fib, they're top 2. And I try to make a legendary snipe, but I suck. At this point, I'm praying to God that they don't use the shock, and thankfully they don't use it. And then at that point, they use it. Unfortunately, Gisette ends up dodging as well. And I end up getting Glaska with my back banana, causing us to get 2-3-4. I think we got 2-3-4. Actually, from the looks of it, we got 2-3-5. Let's see results. 2-3-6-8, and that's when we realized that Torn was DC'd. So at that point, we weren't really sure what the score was. I didn't feel like keeping track of the score at that point. And I kind of don't feel like keeping track of it now. Waluigi Stadium. This course can either be very nice or very not nice. At this point, it looks like we're about top 2 and in a shortcut. There you go, Pro Lines 2013. At this point, I figure he's close enough to me, or maybe I can lag the fib into him. Unfortunately, he's just not hitting it. Try to drop it wide, and, well, he went wider. He ends up being rather fat and wheelie locked and all that fun stuff. Try for the snipe, and I also try to avoid that TC, which I'm successful on, thankfully. Hits my banana, but not me. We end up TSing him, putting me in first. I don't think they were expecting a shock that early, except from Katy Perry, who dodged. And also has a star in second. And yeah, he came that close to me. That was scary. Then he drives into the dirt, and that makes me really, really happy. I don't know if I pushed him or if he drove into it on his own. Regardless, I was happy staying in first. So at this point, I wasn't really sure if the shock would be in play, so I decided to take the safe route and drive up the side until I'm sure I'm safe. And end up getting first again. So at this point, I'm sitting at 41 points, feeling rather strong. Unfortunately, we ended up bottom 2ing, which wasn't good. But we just work with the assumption that we were losing by this point, especially since Torn DC'd. They end up bananaing themselves, which makes me happy. Missing that mini turbo was trouble. I blocked the shortcut, though I don't think I blocked it well enough. I think they do end up hitting it, though. Yep, they did. Sean tries shortcut, but misses. Backspam a ton, unfortunately get no one. Oh god, that red. That red. Too close. At this point, I backspam tight, hoping to hit him, but fortunately he's going wide. End up getting triple bananas, which I didn't want. I was really hoping for a fib, but I didn't get it. So again, I blocked the shortcut. That time much better in my opinion. That banana snipe, almost got me. Almost greened me too. I have no idea if I was lagging a lot or anything. No one ever complained, so I can only assume that it wasn't too bad. Even my wide backspam isn't working on him. So I decide to hold the green, and then throw it back there instead, and end up getting him. Now at this point I try using a different blocking strat, but I unfortunately suck too much and drop it into the hole. So now, shortcut's completely unblocked, and thankfully Katie decides to use the shock. Which meant no one could take the shortcut, and I have a clean break to victory. And there you go. Conclusion of GP1. In the end, even with Torn DCing, we ended up winning the GP somehow by 2 points. So it was pretty nice that we managed to win the GP even though it was a 4v5. I ended up getting 56 this GP, which was massive. A shame that I lost that one race. I don't even remember what race it was. I think it was Peach Beach. Yeah, when Gisette had dodged. So, overall, pretty good GP. I thank 150cc for that. Even though the host had 5,000 VR only, we still ended up getting 150cc. So, that's the end of GP1. GP2, Torn makes a return, and, well, you'll see what happens in GP2. GG's nnD for GP1.